We woke up, we went and got on a bus and got it to drop us off at Tunnel View.
Yeah,
I was really excited about this because I'd seen all these pictures of it and I was like, damn, that's going to be amazing.
You can see like every notable cliff and waterfall just at this one spot right here.
How fantastic is that?
You've seen pictures of it, like you see pictures and you know exactly what it's supposed to look like, but you get there and it still just blows your mind.
And we got there and it was every bit as amazing as I thought it was going to be. It was crazy.
Alright, so I know that Troy just showed this to you, but this is Tunnel View.
Like, I think I could have sat there all day and stared at it.
It's pretty fantastic. Lots of people here.
This was where we were going to really begin the adventure.
We're about to get to experience Yosemite in such a different way than all those people in their cars.
There's a trail right over there, and we're going to climb it, and it's going to take us across there, all the way over there, way down there.
Yeah, little was I to know what was about to see.
Alright, here's where we really begin our adventure outright. We're about to get on the Pohono Trail. You ready?
I'm as ready as I'm gonna be.
Okay, well, what's wrong?
I was like, I wonder why there's no one else, on this trail that we're about to go on. But, let's figure about that too much. Just like, we were the coolest people there.
The trail is like 13 miles from Tunnel View to Glacier Point, and we have about 3 days to walk 13 miles, which is not too bad. But we are climbing from the valley floor to the top of the ridge there, and that's about 4,000 feet.
Then we start making our ascent, and we ascend. Ascend and ascend and ascend and ascend some more until I cried. We had ascended so much.
You're just going up and up and up, and it seems like you're really gaining ground. You look and you look down, you can see a long way down. And so we thought, wow, we're really getting to the top of this thing.
When we were going through the valley at the bottom, and I was thinking we're going to be on top of those, I was like, it's going to take us a long time. We have climbed a lot, I think.
We were not at the top. There was so much farther to go.
I mean, because we're going to get on top of this place right here. And I mean, we're pretty close to that.
We were not at the top.
But I have to say, even though it was painful and there was a lot of uphill hiking with all the gear and everything, just awesome views.
Alright, we think we found Inspiration Point.
This was as far as we really cared to get. As long as we made it to Inspiration Point.
But as Allison said, things are looking cliffy up here.
We got there, and it seemed like it was relatively easy. There were a bunch of other people there, and they were making a lot of noise, and it was kind of annoying.
More inspirational than that.
Yeah, might not inspire me to want to tell somebody to shut up.
We really should have stopped at Inspiration Point.
It'll work for me.
Nice.
And we looked and we saw the sign to the next point, and it was several miles, but we thought, hey, what's a few miles?
Alright, moving on. Here's our next set of stuff. Stanford Point is 2.5 miles away. So, you want to try to make it, baby?
Sure.
Alright, here we come, Stanford Point.
Just continuing uphill, and Inspiration Point really had the best place for us to set up a camp. And there really wasn't a place after that.
I remember where we camped out.
Yeah. We get to the point where it's starting to get dark, and we really haven't found a place that makes sense for us to camp out at.
Because we couldn't really find a very good place to set up tent.
And so we just go on this hillside and think, surely we're going to find something. And we kind of did, but...
So this ended up being our tent site.
So we're kind of sloped all night.
We were all just kind of crammed together and bunched up.
It was not flat, and that's kind of one of the important things you want when choosing a flat campsite, but
it wasn't great.
you know, if you kind of look downhill, there's not a whole lot of flat places available. So
like that night, I think the combination of us having walked so far and pushed ourselves too hard, and the just the makeshift campsite that was just on the side of a hill, and it getting dark, and us just, I mean, there was no one around. It was just us completely on our own.
I was scared we were going to die. That the bear was going to eat us, or a crazy person was going to come kill us in the middle of the woods because there was no one else around. And there would be no way for anybody to rescue us because no one knew where the hell we were on the planet at that point. I felt like I was like in outer space.
You know, it kind of freaked Allyson out a little bit.
Well, it was really remote. I mean, it was very remote. It was the most remote I'd ever been.
That night was kind of tenuous.
Yeah, not very good sleep. I think that was about the time that I was like, oh, we're sleeping in the bear woods.
Throughout the trip, like, one of the things that Allyson was most afraid of was bears.
And of course, I was all freaked out about bears.
And really, everyone we talked to who knew anything about it was like, no, the bears aren't bad. It's just black bears. There aren't any grizzly bears around here.
We never saw any bears. We saw some bear poop, but that was about it.
I think this might be bear poop.
if you look closely, I can remember getting medicine one time, and it warned that if you have tarry black stool, you should consult your doctor.
This is pretty tarry black.
I think that bear needs to check with the doctor.
But it's a lot of poop.
It
just
is,
so
yeah.
you know. So something big made
Put
it.
my foot next to it and see
Yeah,
how big
check
it is.
that out. As big as his foot!